What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Makers and Learn YouTube channel. My name is Tanner Bell, and in today's video, I have 6 brand new Cricut TikTok hacks that, yes, we are putting to the test. I am so excited to share these with you because, again, we are going to review the TikTok. We are going to put it to the test. I'm really excited for this because I think a lot of them should work. I was very pleasantly surprised last time. If you haven't watched our last video where we were supposed to be exposing TikTok hacks, well, we exposed that they actually work. So in today's video, we brought 6 more back for you guys to see what it's actually like to test it, what do I think about it, and we're just gonna put them straight to the test. So if you're brand new here, I'm Tanner, and I love to teach you how to use your die cutting machine, specifically a Cricut machine. So if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, check out our channel, and if you love everything on the channel, you will absolutely love our membership. Check it out, link down below. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. To get started with the first TikTok hack I have right here, this is something I think is really neat. She is essentially talking about when we mess up our heat transfer vinyl. Like when you mess up your heat transfer vinyl, you think it's gone forever. They're actually using heat to kind of reactivate that heat transfer and peel it up with a weeding tool. And I actually have a t-shirt that we're gonna put to the test and try this as well because the results look flawless and it looks really easy. So I'm really excited if this works. I know it'll help me and for sure help you guys at home. So let's go ahead and take a look and see if we can do it. So I'm using a mini easy press today. If I didn't have a mini easy press and you're working with a larger heat press, here's what I would do. I would take the t-shirt, add a Teflon sheet, heat it up for probably a high amount of time, 45 seconds, 60 seconds, and then slowly work through and try to peel as much. But I have a feeling the mini easy press is what's really going to kind of make this hack awesome because we're able to take it inside right here, and then on level 3 temperature, I'm going to be able to pull it just like so, kind of let it heat up, and you're going to see quickly it's heating up. And then as it heats up, we'll be able to start, you can already see it's moving around. So you can just kind of take this right here. And then add, oh my goodness. Wow. Look at this. So it is literally heat activated. And you're seeing right here, I'm able to pull it off really well. Now I will say this right here specifically with the orange heat transfer, right now I can see a little residue and a little color from what it was. So I don't know if that's going to actually work with all colors, but if you're working with like probably a white HTV or anything like that, it would probably not give you residue. But with it being a white t-shirt and this is orange heat transfer, I just want to give you guys the true review of what I think. But look at this. I mean, I'm peeling this off really easily. I just want to make sure I don't burn myself. And there's also another way to do this. So I have years and years ago tested a spray as a high chemical. They could also do this, but I actually like the heat a lot better because it's a lot less chemicals. All right, so we kind of did a little bit on the orange. I'm gonna come over here and do this on a few of the yellow letters. So let's just peel this up. This will be a lot easier because it's just a few small letters. I'm letting it sit here for a few seconds. You can see actually a little smoke. So let's go really heat this up and then you'll be able to really easily just peel this up. I mean, look at that. I mean, that was super easy. And look, it's totally gone. And just to see it again, look at that. Wow. I mean, it just comes right off. So honestly, I give this hack like a 10 out of 10. Like it works really easily, especially if you have the mini easy press. I don't know how well this would work if you're trying to use the larger heat press, but wow, with the mini easy press, you're gonna be able to pull off pieces of heat transfer really well. All right, so our next hack is actually one I've played around with a little bit, but I wanna see what they have, like any tips. So let's go ahead and watch this one.
Your vinyl. You'll take a makeup brush and brush it in. This makes weeding a lot easier.
So they're essentially adding baby powder.
The baby powder will just be wiped away, and then you're done.
So essentially what they did was they were able to brush in baby powder into like a black piece of vinyl. Because right now this is already cut out for us, but we can't see it. So they have another way where they're also, for white vinyl, adding in cocoa powder. So this will be pretty funny. I'm really excited to try this out. I've played around with this years ago with black vinyl, but I've never tried the cocoa powder. So we're gonna try both and see what we think. But this is a really cool TikTok hack. All right, let's start out with the baby powder. So let's open this right here. Now again, we're using a glossy vinyl. So I'm using glossy. You could use a black matte vinyl as well. I think it'll work the same. But essentially all I did was take some right here, and you could do one of two things. You can take a paintbrush, you can take any type of utensil. You can also use your finger just to put it in, make sure it goes around right here. See what I'm doing? I'm just making sure that the baby powder goes across all the vinyl. And you're like, Tanner, is this ruining my project? No, let me share with you exactly what to do next. So I'm going to first dust this off in a trash can. All right, so as you can see here, we were able to dust it off, but there is still baby powder on the vinyl and it's not affecting anything. So now what it has essentially done is that we can easily see all our edges, and we can really even read, Kentucky right here way better than before we had the baby powder. So now is what I'm able to do. I'm able to just start reading really easily. And I love this hack for anyone that might not have a craft room that's well lit and they don't want to have to invest in something like a bright pad or anything like that to help with the lighting. This is a really affordable way to do the same technique. So then you can see the heart and you're able to make sure you're not, hurting your vinyl or anything like that. I mean, look at this right here. Flawless results. And you're not really having to guess. Like, that's what the one thing I love about this hack is I'm not having to guess where the words are, where the letters are, where to weed. So I give this one a 10 out of 10 too, but this would not necessarily help if we're weeding on white vinyl. So if we're weeding on white vinyl, we thought, why don't we try cocoa powder and see, will it work or will it affect the vinyl, or does it not work at all? Because if we put baby powder on a piece of white vinyl, we're not gonna see anything. So take a look right here. We use a paintbrush. As you can see, you can't really see anything, right? Like there's no, you're again having to guess. And if you're not in a well-lit area, you could really be struggling. So we're gonna take some cocoa powder and a paintbrush and let's see what happens. Look at this. Look, so we're starting to easily see our state design come together, and I'm able to read the entire name of the state with just a little cocoa powder. Is that not crazy? Do you guys see that? Look at this right here. Oh my goodness. That is awesome. So you guys see? Now let's weed it and see, and just to make sure that the vinyl's not affected and everything's okay. So grab your favorite weeding tool, just start weeding it out. And boom, look at that. I mean, you have this to the side and you're able to, again, see every single letter that you need to weed really easily. Holy cow. So honestly, guys, whether you're using white vinyl, dark colored vinyl, blacks, anything like that, between your baby powder and your cocoa powder, I think you're gonna have a winner. One of these are not gonna work. And I think this next one is one that a lot of you have commented on and asked me, like, Tanner, does this work? Today we're putting it to the test. I don't know if it will, but people say it does. I have doubts. So let's go ahead and take a look at the press and seal TikTok. We got press and seal, got a decal. Now this is a pretty big decal. Maybe it'll work. They're trying real hard. I mean, it worked for them, but we're gonna try to make this practical by using it on an actual surface that I think a lot of you at home are actually going to use. So I have a very basic decal, so that is kind of go be a pro for the press and seal. But we're gonna see if the press and seal can really help us apply this onto our tumbler. And one thing I want to say is I could probably fill this up with no transfer tape and apply it successfully. But I want to see what I think about how small of designs or decals I could use with press and seal. So yes, it worked, but I don't know how practical it would be for complex text and things like that. So that's my disclaimer, but now let's open up our press and seal. Fun fact, I've probably never used press and seal in my entire life. So that is a fun little fact. So you'll get a full review of me using the press and seal. It feels very squishy. It's a very large roll. All right, so let's just grab some press and seal. Rip it up. All right, now, first of all, I don't even really understand how press and seal works because it's not really sticky. It's not sticky. So I'm gonna press it, maybe they'll seal it. Do I need a squeegee? Like, it doesn't feel or look like it's doing anything. Are they tricking me? I feel like I'm being tricked. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it over like I normally would with transfer tape. I'm gonna burnish it again, just like I would with transfer tape. This ain't even sticky. Okay, don't ask me how this is working, considering that the press and seal isn't even sticky, but I mean, this is wild. Now, I would recommend not having as large as pieces I do right now, but nonetheless, look at this. Just apply this on. Boom. Huh. We press and sealed. Look at this. I mean, there is like, I have doubted this hack so many times, but it just worked. That's really cool. So I will say, I could see how, again, with the smaller, more intricate designs, that would be an issue. But for those larger designs, don't ask me how the press and seal technology works. That would be research for yourself. I'm going to do that personally. But wow, it could be transfer tape if you're in a pinch. And I love that. So I was proven wrong yet again. All right, now this next one is for my friend Corinne, and she titles this the best Cricut hack ever. So let's watch it and see what that is.
This is my favorite Cricut hack. All you need is some painter's tape, and this is great when you're doing large decals.
Okay,
Take
so
your
she
painter's
has large
tape and place it
decal,
over your decal
painter's
with
tape.
the transfer tape on it. Line up your decal, and once it's where you want it, fold half of your decal up and cut the backing off that half of the decal.
Corinne!
Then slowly place your decal down using a squeegee to make sure that you don't get any bubbles. Then pull up your painter's tape and take the backing off the other half of your design. Go ahead and squeegee that one down. Get that down, pressed down nice and smooth, and then peel off your transfer tape. Peel your transfer tape off at a really good straight angle. That way you make sure everything sticks really well. This is perfect for doing super big decals that you don't want to get off center.
Y'all, that shows me that, you could be cricketing for a decade and you still have something to learn. So essentially what Corinne was talking about in her TikTok is that if for larger decals, like something like this, like you want to make sure it's on perfect. And if I was to peel back this backing of the transfer tape and just try to freehand like plop it down, like it could be centered two to the left or two to the right. Like it's hard to make that perfect, right? So what she was saying was go ahead, take some of your painter's tape. So you're gonna take just a strip of painter's tape right here. You can use whatever painter's tape you have or you want. You're just gonna take enough to cover pretty much the whole project. So you're just gonna apply it down pretty much in the center. All right, so I placed it down, and as you can see, the painter's tape is down. So what we're going to do is we're now going to be able to just kind of like burnish this and make sure the transfer is ready for the transfer. So we're going to flip this up, and we're actually going to work a little like kind of backwards compared to how we normally would. But look, we can peel this back. And what Corinne did is after she peeled this back, she kind of held it here and tilted it over. And you're going to grab your scissors, and you're actually going to cut off your back transfer tape. You just want to be careful and just cut this off, just like so. All right, so you're able to cut that off, take this away. I did the worst cut job I've probably ever done. And then we're going to peel this down. So now as you apply this down, you're going to see that now the bottom is pieced perfectly down. So now we can peel this back, and what you're going to see here is, look what happens when you peel back this. You just peel the rest of this back, and then look right here. So you're able to lay it flat and nothing moved one bit. So that way you can make sure it's perfectly placed. Peel back this painter's tape, and then boom. Look right here. You're going to make sure it's down perfectly, and now you'll easily be able to pull back that final piece of transfer tape, and now you're able to lay down your large decal with ease. Is that not incredible? So see, I'm just pulling back the transfer tape. I'm keeping it really taut so nothing moves. And boom, you have it ready to go. And that's how I work with larger decals to make sure that the transfer is flawless every single time. Now this is from DIYholic, and fun fact, all of the TikToks from our last video was featured from her account. I had no idea. So I've met her and talked in the DMs. She's super sweet. So this one is all about the wet application. I'm very excited to take a look and see if we can test this one.
Are you tired of vinyl air bubbles? Try the wet application method.
Air bubbles.
After cleaning your surface with rubbing alcohol, pour a little bit of your soap in a spray bottle filled with water and mix.
Water and soap.
Spray the mixture on the surface, align your vinyl design, and lastly, remove the water with a squeegee tool. Remove the transfer tape and let it air dry, and just like that, you will no longer struggle with vinyl bubbles. Follow for more.
So I actually have watched a few videos about the wet application, because what it does when you use the wet application is that it's allowing you to have a little bit more time placing your design. So yes, this video is talking about like if you have trouble using or having air bubbles in your vinyl, but if you ever have trouble applying vinyl decals on tumblers or any slick surface, this wet application will actually be a really great thing to have in your back pocket to pull out when you're wanting to make sure it's perfect. So what you'll need is some water. We'll need water. We'll need, this is a Dollar Tree mug. We love the Dollar Tree. We also have some Dollar Tree soap and a Dollar Tree pump bottle. So we're using all Dollar Tree products today. And then what we have here is just a vinyl decal that says "A Heart Coffee" and some transfer tape. So what I'm going to do real quick is weed this out and get it ready just like normal for today's project. All right, so after you've weeded and you got your transfer tape ready, all you need to do is get you a little pump bottle like this, something similar, spray bottle, whatever you have. We're going to add some water in here, just like so. All right, and then all we need to do is add just a little bit of our dish soap. Let's just add this in, just a tad bit. All right, so now what you can do is you can stir this around, you can shake it, whatever you need. We'll stir it around first and see how much it can dissolve. And now what we're going to do is kind of shake that up right here, and voila. So now we have this right here, and we're going to be able to spray it right on our mug. Now in her video, she did say to clean it with rubbing alcohol, and you all know I love, love, love to clean my products with rubbing alcohol, but it's not a necessity. So today we're just testing it out. So I'm going to do it with no rubbing alcohol, but again, up to you. So let's take this right here and spray, spray, spray. And look at that. We were able to soak it pretty well. And then what I'm going to do is grab my decal and then look. So we're going to take this right here, apply it down, and see what I mean, guys? You have the ability to move it around because it's still wet. So I can be like, okay, maybe I want to move it over some. You know, you have that ability. So yes, it'll help you make sure you don't have air bubbles, but y'all, I absolutely love this hack to move and place things around. So I have the time to like pick up my mug again, be like, okay, how is it gonna be held? You know what I mean? Like, this is a really nice technique. And then once you're ready to commit, all you need to do is take that squeegee, like in the TikTok, and just burnish it out. Look at that. Burnish it out. Okay, y'all, maybe the wet technique is not for me because I keep moving it, like I keep burnishing it, and I think because it's like a slick surface, it's a lot With this rounded surface, it's a lot harder to make sure all of the soap residue and the water's out. So let's just give it a little bit more time. This would definitely be a part in the tutorial where I'd be like, this ain't working for me, this is a fail. But I think we might be able to save it if we just give it some time. So we waited just another minute or two to see if anything was gonna change. I don't know if I may have added too much soap in my bottle. Like, there could be some flaws in what I actually did. Maybe the rubbing alcohol is more important than someone like me thought. So after a little bit, let's see if we can kind of peel back anything. So I'm gonna go burnish, and again, it doesn't look like there's any residue or anything in here. But when I peel this back, as you can see, the vinyl is just moving around. So I'm definitely probably just go peel this up. So the decal is not affected. And I'm just gonna go grab some rubbing alcohol and try this process one last time real quick, and we'll come back and see what happens. All right, coming back to it, the rubbing alcohol saved the day, and here's why. So the rubbing alcohol just makes sure the surface is prepped, and it always makes sure you have great quality. So we went through the whole tutorial again, and then look right here. Everything is great. And as you see here, it is all good, and now it is on the mug. So I give the wet application, honestly, kind of like a 4 or 5 out of 10, and here's why. It wasn't a flawless result. The way that I did this technique, I don't think you will be able to replicate in your own way and have the same exact result. I think this is a technique that would take some trial and error of testing out different soap, testing out different surfaces. When I teach something, I want you all to have amazing success pretty much following the basics of the tutorial, but not having to be hyper-focused in. I didn't get the same results I thought I would get from my take of the tutorial, so I would just kind of proceed with caution as you do the wet application, but I've seen many videos on it in the past. It does work, you just have to take some time to perfect it. All right, guys, for the final hack, I thought this was pretty impressive, so let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Saw this vinyl hack on TikTok.
So they've got shower
I
curtain.
am all about space savers because my workspace is small.
So they're using some zip ties,
Yeah,
bringing it
this
together.
place is big.
They're just
All
connecting
this
them.
stuff came from the Dollar Tree.
Gotta love the Dollar Tree. I love the Dollar
Put
Tree.
them together like this.
Okay, they put them
Cut,
together,
cut.
snipping off the edges. I think you all are gonna really like these.
Ta-da! I love this.
And look,
I
you
can
can
add
hang
to
your
more
model.
later.
So a lot of people have actually used something similar to this from an IKEA hack, but you're actually able to build your own. And our team actually did it to make sure that it would work flawlessly. All you do is grab the shower curtain rings and then you just attach them together with zip ties. And again, the zip ties are found at the Dollar Tree too, so you don't really have to go anywhere else for it. And to finish it off for us, how we would attach this to the wall is just a pack of command hooks. And guess what? You can find this pack right here at the Dollar Tree too. So you're gonna be able to do this project for about $3 and have your rolls of vinyl hanging on these. I thought this was a really crafty way to have some really fun home storage if you're working on your home craft room or anything like that. I mean, this would be awesome to hang up, and then when you're done with it, you'll be able to have it as part of your decor too. So grab the command hooks to hang that wherever you want. I would have also thought about putting something like this inside a cabinet, again, just so I could see what material I have and things like that. So that is it, y'all. We have tested and proven almost all of these. The wet application, I wasn't a huge fan of, but I do know it works. So out of that, I want to know, which one are you actually going to try? Which one are you ready to put to the test in your own craft room? That's what I need you to go ahead and drop me down in the comments below. If you have seen any TikTok hacks that you're like, Tanner, I need you to try this for me so I don't have to, again, drop me a link down below, send it to me on social. I want to check it out. So if you guys love this video, be sure to subscribe for more DIY videos from us here at Makers Gonna Learn. Join our membership to get access to thousands of cut files, hundreds of fonts, and so much education. I would love to see you in our community. Until the next video, I'll see you then. Bye, guys.